Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm drawing Xavier from my two yin and yang drawings. And here I am making the head for the character. Now we're on to the hair. Starting off with the hairpiece that's in front and going to the rest. Making a lot more natural flowing lines, but with some having modifications. Now we're on to the eye and the nose. Remember to do the nose first this time. Onto the final eye. You're adding details. Now doing the mouth. Teeth and each individual tooth. Now we're doing the tongue. Now doing the ears. Now we are about to work on the air pods. After I realized this line is way too thick. Then going in with the finer line. I did this just to give the character more dimension. Really getting all the details in. Cleaning the lines up. Now for this drawing I decided to do all the warm colors, which is why I can be seen using all the oranges and reds, which in the end I think ends up looking really great. Now we're working on the collar of the shirt. Just getting the right shape. Now getting where you listen to the music from. Trying to make the right size so they both match evenly. Connecting the shape. Working on the collar more. Trying to find the best shape for the collar. Now onto the shirt. Now making this hole for the sleeve. Now onto the arm. Now we're making the hand. Onto the other sleeve. Now I'm trying to think how I should do the tear in his shirt. And I settle for a much more realistic flow. Now putting in the arm and the back of the tear for dimensions and to make it look more 3D. which ends up, in my opinion, looking amazing. Now figuring out how I should have the shirt end, which I make it curve around along the tear. It takes me a few attempts, but eventually I get it. Now working on the other arm, working on the thumb, and now onto the fingers. Trying to figure out the right shape. Then onto the rest of the arm and the elbow. Working on the shirt now. Trying to get the right curve. And the rest of it. Now onto the letters. Trying to give off the illusion that they're falling. Onto the pants, which are much more natural flowing shapes. This way took a couple of tries, but I eventually got it right. Now we're on to the pockets. Trying to get those right, looking good. I'm getting all the little details. Now we're on to the hair. Trying to find a right shade of orange for the eye. I'm now trying to find a color for the skin. Now realizing I have to fix up the arm because it wasn't lining up, which is a very easy fix. Just have to draw the other line. Now doing finding the color for the shirt. Just experimenting with different colors until I find one I like. Darkening the color of the shirt for the shadows. I wanted the color more darker, so I'd done that. Though it took a couple of tries, but eventually I did get it. Getting all the shadowy bits of the shirt. Working on the collar. And getting all the little details of it. We got the orange pants. Now finding a color for the headphones. And now I'm finding a color for the part where your ears would be on the headphones. Now I'm coloring the letters. Just trying to perfect the color for the headphones. Seeing what looks best. Now I'm erasing the initial sketch. And then the monoline that I was using was too big for the highlights. So I had ended up creating my own monoline brush by adjusting the settings and called it Mini Monoline, which I thought sounded pretty good together. Now just seeing what size of the new brush I should use and settling on 7%. Working on the highlights of the eye. Trying to get those very small details. Now working on the ear. Now going to the other picture to see how I highlighted the ears. Then doing that. Now highlighting the mouth. Extending the shadow of the eye, then working on the hair shadows, highlight. Getting up the hair. And then the highlights on the neck. Then on the arms. Now we're on to the hands. Just critiquing the lines. And then back to the highlights. Now cleaning up the shadow and adding the shadows to the tear. Now for the arm and hand. The pinky, and then again focusing on the shadow to the shirt. And now back to the hand and the fingers. And now finishing up the shadow. Seeing what I should do for the shadow on that finger. Now onto the thumb. And that's that arm and hand done. Now we're doing the shadow to the letters, well, the highlights to the letters. W, then the X. looks best, seeing if I should add a shadow where I had. Now onto the highlights of the tear and the rest of the sleeve. The other sleeve. Now to the bottom of the shirt. And now the shadow of the headphones. And now onto the shadow for the letters. Almost done with those. Just the X to do now. Just critiquing the collar. And now onto the highlights of the pants. Which is a bit challenging since these aren't just solid lines, they're much more wavy. But I managed to do it successfully. Now onto the other leg. And there's the pants done. And now we're moving on to the hair. Trying to get the right curve. Now just fixing up the end. Just trying to get the perfect highlights. They're halfway done. Fixing up that highlight. Then we're almost done. That one took a bit, but we did it successfully. Now, highlighting the teeth. Pretty simple. And now just fixing up the lines. Now we're on to the highlighting the tongue. And the rest of the mouth. Getting the thinnest brush I can for the blending. Now on to highlighting the AirPod. Which just trying to get the right size. Now highlighting the headphones. Just trying to get a rough shape. Which is successful. And done the earpiece. Now I'm making a little splatter on his shirt. Could either be like ketchup or paint or something. Whatever you decide. Now even giving those some highlights. Fixing up the hair. And the tear. And back to highlighting the headphones. Onto the collar. And now we are almost done. Checking if I've missed anything, which I almost did, but luckily I caught. Yeah, and I love this character. I think he turned out amazing. I love how I used the warm colors. It was a challenge, but I made something which I think is great out of it. And yeah, it's pretty good. And please subscribe. I'd very much appreciate it.